Peace, family. I want to talk about this best friend situation in marriage. Uh, when you get married, the two are supposed to become evenly yoked, and it's supposed to be, basically one body. You're moving as one body. Everything that I do is I'm doing it for my wife or my husband. It's for the benefit of the group. We are a team. We're moving as a team. We are one. So whatever friends that you had prior to getting married, they automatically become secondary to that wife or husband that you've now taken on. I think some of us have a problem with understanding that. Some of us have a problem with understanding marriage and what marriage is. So when you're married, you don't go and tell your best friend or confide into your best friend about your husband or about your wife. You don't go and tell uh, these people about what's going on inside your household. You see it go, you see it go on a lot. You're arguing with your wife, things ain't going right, and you think that you're going to get advice, but you're going out and you're bringing things that should be kept behind closed doors between you and your partner. You're taking it to the outside world, and most likely that best friend that you're talking to has love for you. They're close to you. They're looking out for your best interests as opposed to you and your what's the best interest of the marriage. So 85% of the time, you go out and talk to that best friend, they're gonna give you bad advice. See, because what if you're the one that's wrong? What if you're the one that's at fault? And then you go out there to the best friend and get advice, and the best friend takes your side and gives you bad advice, further destroying the marriage that you have. You have to be real careful. This is why they tell you to get counseling. This is why you have to walk with each other for a while before you get married. You have to know who you marry. Evenly yoked meaning connected in the mind, connected mentally, physically, before you even get to the sexual aspect of it. And a lot of us don't understand that. We jump into bed and we having all kinds of sex, all kinds of just we wow in the bed, but we have no mental connection. I don't know how to make her feel good mentally. I don't know how to make him feel good mentally. I'm married to a woman that's not my best friend. I'm married to a man that's not my best friend. Somebody outside of the marriage is my best friend. How is that going to work? What type of connection are you having with your spouse? And you wonder why the divorce rate is at an all-time high. When you down and you need some buildup, you're going to somebody else to be built up other than your wife or your husband. You're looking through the door at your wife or your husband and saying, and you want to come in and talk, but you're saying, I can't talk to her. I can't talk to him. They don't understand. They don't get it. I got to go talk to Keisha. I got to go up to the barbershop and talk to Hakeem. I got to be built up by them. Or you down at the job and you talking to that dude on the job. He's becoming your best friend now because you're working 8 to 10 hours a day, every day with this person. So this person know everything about your husband. And all he's doing is just sitting, waiting for his turn to move in. Where he can get what he wants. Not moving to the house, but moving on you. Because you're at a vulnerable state and you're opening up everything about what's going on inside your house. About your husband. And then you husbands, you down there on the job. And you talking to Keisha or Cynthia about everything that's going on inside your house. What she don't do, what she ain't do, what she ain't doing. Because your ulterior motives is to get that type of pleasure that you're not getting from your wife. And not just see what people think is just sexual. No, it's mental stimulation. You want her to cater to your ego. You want her to make your ego feel good and what your wife is failing to do. Because you guys didn't take care of that before tying the knot and becoming one body. That was your responsibility. Is is your lover is love, lust, loyalty, the three L's all have to be connected. Yeah, yeah, you're supposed to be lusting for your wife. You goddamn right. But you're supposed to love your wife too, and loyalty. The three L's. It can't just be lust with no love and loyalty because we lust everywhere. It's just a natural thing. That don't mean that you're going to act on it. See, these are the mistakes that's being made with a lot of us married folk. We don't have a mental connection with the woman or the man that we supposed to be married to. There's no mental stimulation, no mental connection. You rather talk to Hakeem down at the job about the hard day you had. Something go wrong with the job. Instead of calling your husband and talk to him about it, you go up and talk to Hakeem about it. Next thing you know, you're sleeping with Hakeem because everything start with a conversation. You go down there, and you talk to Melissa about it, and she tell you everything's gonna be all right. She builds you back up. She's talking. She knows how to cater to your ego and make you feel good. Next thing you know, you making her feel good because you done went outside what's supposed to be a closed door and evenly yoked connection and union. You done went outside of that to get that admiration and that understanding, that love, that loyalty from someone else. Because outside of having sex with your spouse, you had nothing else because you never took the time to develop nothing else. So so-called best friends come before your wife and husband. Some of the best friends that you had before you came into the marriage, some of the best friends are developed because of what you and your wife failed to develop. So you end up creating new best friends because you're telling them all your business. All the dysfunction that's going on inside your house, you're telling this to your new best friend. But are they really your best friend? See what I'm saying? Be careful down there. Be careful with your spouses down there on them jobs. They spend more time with you than they actually do. They spend more time on the job with their work friends than they actually do with the spouse. So 80% of the cheating in marriages goes on down at the job with the so-called the best friend that you don't know about, not the best friend that she bringing over to the house that you knew prior to y'all getting married. Because most likely they know all your business too, and that best friend know about the person that she or he is cheating with too. If you ain't best friends with your wife or your husband, that ain't got no business being your spouse at all. They have no business being your spouse. Two hearts living in one mind, moving together as a unit, moving together as a team, understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses. When I'm a lion, but when I'm down and I'm not able to roar, she builds me back up. She knights me into being that. She lights my fire back. Because when my fire is lit, everybody's protected. Everybody benefits. When she's emotionally down and she's not able to perform as that those woman duties. When she's not strong, that's where I come and I'm a rock. I'm strong for her. I build her up. See, that term of making love to your wife or your husband is not just wham, pam, and sex. No, it's making love to that mind, body, and soul, making love to that spirit. It's a spiritual connection. So when that woman is down and you make love to your wife and you hold her tight, you make her feel good, you make her feel protected, you make her feel loved. You ain't just jumping and pouncing on her. You letting her know, I'm here, I got you. You talking to her in her ear. You letting her know that this is a cruel world, a cruel world out here, but I got your back. I got your back. I'm standing before you. Before they get to you, they got to come through me first. And y'all exchanging that spiritual connection. So now when you're out of the bedroom, she automatically understands her role to you because she's going to always keep you built up because she needs that emotional affection, love, loyalty from you. She needs that powerful masculine strength from you. And when you give that to her, she keeps you built up. She keeps your fire lit. She knows how to cater to the positive side of your ego. She knows how to keep you strong. And she's going to do everything in her power to make sure that you always ready for this cruel world when your spouse is your best friend. So I'm telling brothers, make sure your spouse is your best friend and not your work friend. Melissa can't be your friend. Uh, uh, your homeboy that you grew up with, he's secondary now to the woman that you took on. It's you and your wife against the world. You guys are going to bring children into the world. That's going to be part of you and your wife. 23 of your chromosomes, 23 of her chromosomes, 46 chromosomes make up that child that you guys brought together. You're giving birth to you all over again. So when you're creating that trinity, you're creating that family, you become one. You carry the seed of forever inside of you, black man. She gives birth to forever. She gives birth to the nations. She's the mother of the nations. So when you're making love to your wife, you have to make love to her mind, her body, her spirit, her everything. Because when she knows she's protected, brother, listen, she's going to have your back more than you ever know in so many different ways. She's going to see things that you don't see. She's going to give you forewarning to things that you would never see because she's your other half. She's your helpmate, not that so-called best friend that you ain't got no business laying down with anyway. So-called best friend, or that other best friend that's been your best friend for 30 years that's not part of this connection. That best friend is part of a youthful connection that you had growing up prior to you leaving a home and clinging to a wife. Two separate things. Two separate things. So when that woman is making love to you, she's making love to your ego. When you're able to run your hands through her hair or feel her soft body, or even the moans that she makes, she's making love to your ego. And if you know it's yours and it's only for you, like I said, there's a there's a spiritual connection that you can't put words on it. This is why sex could be the greatest thing that ever happened, or it could destroy everything. Because you have to be sexually, physically, mentally connected and bonded. It has to be about you guys. You can't be having sex with your wife and thinking about your work, the Keisha at the job, or the chick that you met the other day at the supermarket, or down at the game. You can't be having sex with your husband feeling bad because you don't let Hakeem at the job do it to you, have his way with you. How many of y'all that will watch this video know that I'm speaking the truth? You down there, you trying to be intimate with your husband, but you can't because you got another nigga on your mind. You lost that connection. No matter what he say to you in your ear, that spiritual connection can't come through because it's not authentic. It's not real because you put so-called other best friends before the union of your wife of marriage. So you think you live in a lie, but the spirit knows. The spirit knows more. The spirit is the true connection, not just your thoughts and wants or your thoughts and desires. The true essence of you, the spirit, man. You know when you spiritually yoked, spiritually combined. Y'all move together like one body. When you thinking something, she already knows it. When you thinking something, he already knows it. So no, best friends do not come before marriage. When you tie that knot and you become evenly yoked and you create that family, nothing comes before that family. You are a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. And you become an example for how others should be. You become the light in the dark room. You become the image and example of how others should be moving. And that's how you should be moving as a black man and black woman, spreading black love, being the example of black love. Nobody should be able to penetrate that. Nobody should be able to penetrate your wife other than you. You shouldn't be penetrating no other woman other than your wife, because then you take that spirit and you spread it elsewhere. And it's hard to get that spiritual connection back. It's hard to get it back. That's why it's called making love. It's an energy exchange. And when you take that love and you spread it out elsewhere, that energy the exchange that you get when you come back to your wife ain't the same. So remember, no best friends, whether it's a childhood best friend or so-called best friends that you meet because you're not getting the emotional stimulation or the physical stimulation inside the house. So you take your business outside the house and you get these new fake best friends. Nobody comes before your marriage, your spouse. So like, subscribe to George Macon, um, share the video. And remember, I love y'all. To the next time. Peace.